Yet one more strange thing, Linda Burney's fashion shoot. Now, she's the Indigenous Australians Minister, daughter of a white mother, raised by Scottish relatives, yet a rolled gold member of our Aboriginal aristocracy. And she is pushing Labor's plan for a kind of Aboriginal-only parliament. Here, she says why.
What this National Voice is about, it's very straightforward. It is about improving the lives and the outcomes, which are completely unacceptable at the moment, of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people.
Well, hang on, Linda Burney identifies as Aboriginal and her lifestyle is certainly not unacceptable. And she's never needed the voice to get ahead, become even a federal minister. In fact, she last weekend backed her pitch for the voice by posing in high fashion for a magazine of the Nine Network, including in this $1,000 designer dress from Lee Matthews, this Matichevsky ruffle dress worth $1,600, this Max Mara jacket and a gown by Paul McCann, who identifies as Aboriginal too, with shoes worth at least $2,000, and this Carla Zampatti top and skirt around $1,700. Zampatti is one of Burney's favourite designers. Joining me is One Nation's leader, Pauline Hanson. Pauline, always great to see you. Now, it seems to me tone deaf for the Indigenous Australians Minister to argue that we need a voice for poor Aborigines when she herself is wearing high fashion that many Australian women, black or white, can't afford.
Andrew, I'm not going to criticise her for getting dressed up in these outfits that she doesn't own. She probably doesn't own, but the whole fact is I've done fashion shoots before. Let's go back to what she said, that we need a voice for looking after the poverty of these Aboriginal people and their health conditions. Andrew, we've poured $33 billion a year into the Aboriginal industry that I have spoken about since 1996 when I first entered Parliament. You have that many bodies out there, councils, people advising. She has got the biggest voice in this country as Minister for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Affairs. She's not suppressed, she's not oppressed, she can say whatever she wants to say. In the Constitution, section 51(26) of the Australian Constitution, it says the government can make specific laws for any race. We can do that now. Why do they want to put it in the Constitution? It's purely for the base. They want an independent, race-based black state. And that's what the people have to understand. They've kept the Aboriginals suppressed in the conditions that they have over these years for the Aboriginal activists to push for this. And it's been being pushed since the 1980s, and I learned about it when I first came to Parliament.
Yeah, but Pauline, I think there is a point here. Carla Zampatti is in fact one of her favourite designers. She's often got in her own clothes, she's often wearing that and other very fashionable. She is a very well-dressed person. She clearly got ahead without needing a special voice to Parliament. She didn't need it. It's clear when she's out there talking, she and many others. So the point is, for me, she's a walking, talking example of why we don't need the special voice that she's arguing for.
I totally agree with you there. I'm not arguing that point whatsoever. They're a bunch of hypocrites, Andrew, and this is exactly what they're doing. They actually have achieved where they are in life now purely based on their abilities, or is it tokenism? Then you've got to ask yourself the question, are they really there of their own abilities, or is it tokenism? Ask of the whole lot.
Well, I don't know.
That are here in Parliament. 11 of them.
Jacinta Nampijinpa-Price, she's there for... Jacinta is there, for instance, totally on her own ability. Some others, you might say, you might have a point there. I don't know, but the point is we've got 11 people identifying as Aboriginal in our federal parliament already. Oh.
But they don't need another voice, Andrew.
Pauline,
I've been speaking about these issues for so long, and I've called for equality for all Australians. You know, there's no skin colour to poverty in Australia, or higher education, or to actually, you know, health issues. You know, I've got people out there that are not Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander are struggling. It's got nothing to do with skin colour. It comes down to government policies over the years that people have turned a blind eye and don't know where to go with all this and how to deal with the issues.
Oh, I think that's absolutely correct. We've gone over the last 50 years from policies of integration, which is really the best hope, to policies of almost a de facto apartheid is now being developed, as you suggested in your first answer. But Pauline, here's another photo shoot that puzzles me. We're asked to take women in politics very seriously, and I do. I treat you very seriously for a start. Jacinta Nampijinpa-Price have mentioned. But here's our former Foreign Minister, Julie Bishop, also the former Deputy Liberal leader, posing in a designer jacket and without shirt or pants. Your reaction?
Look, I haven't seen the photo, Andrew, so I can't say about it. But it's Julie Bishop, you said? That's in the photo?
Yep.
In the designer, in the
People
designer
are seeing
gear.
it now. She's wearing a blue jacket over tights and high heels.
Right. Well, I just had a quick look on the screen. I'll tell you what, I'm not impressed. I think it's pathetic. I really do. You know, she's a bit younger than me, but geez, I'll tell you what, I can't see myself in that doing that pose as well. You know, I think, you know, look, I'll keep quiet. I tend to say what I think too much of the time. But anyway, Julie, you know what? Poorly advised. You shouldn't have done it.